Welcome, guys, back to the channel. Liverpool need a CB. From what I saw today, Liverpool definitely need a CB. It's been obviously something like this has been, surrounding our transfer window. At the minute, I'd say we've had an 8 or 9 out of 10 transfer window. Obviously, we want to get Isak. Whether we do get Isak or not is a different story. But I think before that, we need to get a CB. We'll worry about Isak another day and we'll get a CB first. If we don't get Isak this window, it's not the end of the world. It genuinely isn't the end of the world. You look at Ekitike, he looks like a baller. So if we don't get Isak this summer, it's really not the end of the world. But we do, a CB is a must. A CB has to happen. We need a CB. Because, not that Van Dijk isn't one of the best centre-backs in the world, but you can just tell from today's game that age is starting to catch up with him now, and I definitely think it's a must that we get a CB, whether it be this window, whether it be the January window, or whether it be the summer after that. But in my opinion, I just don't think we can spend all season long without a good quality CB. Not that I would swap Van Dijk for any CB. Even if it's just the backup, Konate's future's up in the air. It's not just Van Dijk. There's Konate to think about as well. He could be leaving the club in 10 or 11 months' time. So there's a lot of uncertainty around Konate, whether he'll sign a new contract or not. I don't think anything needs to change in the right back sort of area. I think Jeremy Frimpong was amazing today. Scored a brilliant goal. But something needs to change with our centre-backs, because I don't think Konate, I don't know, there's something about him. He was a beast last season, but today, him and Van Dijk were lacking quite a bit. Him and Van Dijk weren't good enough. They dropped very, very poor performances. Van Dijk was sleeping half the game. And yeah, maybe it wasn't treated as big a tournament as it would be by a Crystal Palace. But we were caught lacking so many times in this game. The midfield was caught lacking at times. Van Dijk was caught sleeping quite a lot, and I just think I don't know who we sign as a centre back, whether it be Giovanni Leone or Mark Gahey. I don't know which one we sign. I would rather go for Mark Gahey, but we need a top quality centre back before the transfer window ends. Before the transfer window slams shut, we do need a CB, and it is a must. We can't go the whole season without having a CB. Whether it be the start of the season, whether it be the midway through the season, I'm talking January time, or whether it be the end of next season, we need a CB in our inventory. We can't rely on Joe Gomez. We can never rely on him. He's never fit. We can't rely on Joe Gomez anymore. Obviously, I think one of the biggest mistakes we made this window was selling Kwanzaa, to be honest. Call me crazy if you want, but I think one of the biggest mistakes this window was selling Kwanzaa, because now there's a big, massive gap just there, and there's nothing filling it right now. There seems to be nothing filling it. We were caught too many times on the break in that AC Milan game in pre-season. And the big game starts next week. The big games start next week. We play Bournemouth on Friday, and we can't be with their sort of team. Yeah, they might have lost House and Kirkez and Zabani, but still, that doesn't mean they won't be lethal in attack. They might be weaker in defence, but that doesn't mean they won't be lethal in attack. They've got some really good players up front, especially Justin Kluivert. It is Justin Kluivert, isn't it? I was thinking Patrick Kluivert, but it is Justin Kluivert. They've got Clivert up front, obviously, and he's a lethal striker. They've got Antoine Semenyo, who's very good. So we can't get caught lacking at the back again. And if we do, we're going to get punished. And that's going to happen a lot of times this season. And if we don't get a CB before the end of this window, I can see us struggling a lot. Until January, maybe. But something's telling me that we will get a CB before the end of this window. Don't panic. There's a few more weeks left until the end of this window. I think this window ends in September. But before this window ends, we need to get a CB. We do need to get a CB. I think Leone is also on the books of AC Milan and also Inter Milan. But I think our best bet would be to go for Mark Gahey. He wants the move. So let's, splash 40, 50 mil on him. And that could maybe get us Mark Gahey. But I am desperate for us to sign a CB this window. Like, at this point, I don't care who it is. Just sign a CB. Just sign a CB. At this point, I don't give a donkey's crap who we sign at this point. Please, just sign a CB. That is my wish. That is my one wish. And even if we don't sign a CB this summer, I'll put it on my Christmas list. I will put it on my Christmas wish list. I'll ask Santa for a CB at Christmas if I have to. Like, genuinely, we can't go the whole season without a CB. Because our defence is going to be so leaky this season if we go the whole season without a CB. Like, Van Dijk looked so bad today. You know, when a pipe bursts, I don't know, what should we use as an example? When a pipe bursts, okay, maybe in your sink or something, and it starts coming out like the plug hole in the sink, and it leaks everywhere. Maybe it goes all over your kitchen or your bathroom. That's what Van Dijk was like today. He'd burst and just gone absolutely everywhere because he was all over the place today. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was happening. But he was just absolutely all over the place. I don't know where his head was at. But, yeah, something's telling me that Van Dijk's age maybe is catching up with him. And, you know, he's in his 30s now. So, he signed a contract for I think it was 2 years until next season. I don't know, maybe he could go before then. But, like, we need someone younger. And we definitely need someone a bit younger than Van Dijk. He's in his 30s. He's approaching 33, 34. So, yeah. I think if we don't get a CB this window, there's going to be major problems if we don't get a CB. There's going to be major problems. Major problems. Our defense is going to be leakier. I was going to use a euphemism there, but we want to keep it as family friendly as possible, so we're not going to do that. But oh my god, I'm not going to tell you what I've just seen, but on my wall. But we're going to carry on with the video. So yeah, I'm going to take a picture of that. Actually, I've stopped mid-film to take a picture. Bang. Right. Yeah, so, sorry about that. Yeah, a CB is the most important signing we can make for the end of this window. I don't think there is a more important signing we can make. Yes, we can go on about Isak all we want, but the most important signing that we could make to finish the window off has to be a CB. It's got to be a CB. And I think Mark Gahey suits that position really well, and all we need now is a CB to make it a 10 out of 10 window. If we don't get a CB, it could go one or two ways. We could stick with Van Dijk, and he could just go into Super Saiyan mode, or I've never watched anime, so don't know. Is that anime? I don't know if that's anime or not. Or we could sign a CB and be rid of all our centre-back problems. plus the fact that Konate could be going in less than 10 months' time. Whether he signs a new contract or not, I'm not sure. I don't know what is going on with his contract talks. But just give me Mark Gahey. Please give me Mark Gahey. I can't spend this season without a CB. I can't do that. I can't go another season with having to think about problems like we did last season. Last season was Salah, Van Dijk and Trent's contracts. And this season's probably going to be a CB. Like, we always have something to think about. There's always something distracting us, but we definitely need a CB. From what I saw today, it wasn't just Van Dijk, though. Like, Konate was sleeping a lot as well, and Alisson had to save them quite a lot of the times. For Palace's second goal, I think it was Ismail Assar, Van Dijk was caught sleeping, and, it was no fault of Alisson's. Alisson couldn't do anything about it. It was Van Dijk who should have stopped that from happening. And, yeah, for now, we forgive and forget. But we do need a centre-back sign before the window ends, preferably. If not, maybe January. But we do need a centre-back signing this season at some point. Anyway, as always, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe, turn your post notifications on, and I will see you lovely lot in the next one. Please take care of your beautiful selves, and peace out.